What's up, guys? It's your boy Lex over here, and in today's second episode of Working on My Seat, we're gonna be doing what I like to call some minor maintenance. So see here, I got my Chevrolet Talent Oil 5W40. Gonna be changing the oil today. Got the oil filter, the best K&N for performance. And also these parts that need to be changed. You guys are gonna find this shit funny, especially with this part right here. Yeah, the story's for later. You guys are gonna find it funny. And then we need this bad boy right here. As you guys know, I recently started my throttle body, so we're having some leak issues, I believe. I don't like how it looks, so this is a must. Got this just so we can fix that problem. And today we're gonna be using to do these jobs my jack stands to be safe, my oil catcher, my little roller so I don't get dirty, and some basic tools right there. Stay tuned as I have to go to the first floor and take all these pieces down there, so I'll see you back in a minute. Alright, there she is. It's nice and covered. I gotta take that off and get to it. And here's everything. Let me take that off. See you back in a minute. Right, ready to go. Alright, so this is the funny part right here. See this bullshit right here? What the fuck? I don't know. If anybody knows how this is possible for it to happen, let me know down in the comments. I don't know. But yeah, that's why we got the oil cap, engine cap. And then here's why we got the silicone. We don't like that. That is what we like to call boost leak. Pretty loose all the way out, as you see. It's supposed to be somewhere around there, more in. But it's too short. But we're gonna fix that problem today. Alright, stay tuned. So we put the car up and get ready to go. You guys know, take that bad boy off. I'm not really gonna touch any sensors, but just have it. Just to take the negative terminal off, just in case. Por si la moca. It's just something us Puerto Ricans like to say. Basically means just in case, in other words. Because you never know. So here we go. Suckers out. Let's move on. Up we go. Alright, the other side we go. Other side, up we're going. Alright guys, she's up and ready to go. So something cool. Agidi. Maybe you can say it, maybe not. I'll get it on the bottom. Before I start doing anything first, I'd rather open this cap right here, release pressure, so when I drain the oil, it drains faster, smoothly, and all of it comes out. 1 and 2, while that's going on, I'll be working on this bad boy right here, and obviously we won't put the new one until we're done. So, yep. Right, in front of me at the bottom, here's my oil pan. There's my filter, and there's the bad boy. Alright, I'm gonna be using my ratchet with a 14 to loosen up here. Use one hand, that was quick and easy, as you're not supposed to be tying these too hard. I just want to use one of these boys to tie that up. You use that same thing that I just used to take that off and you tighten it up, well, good luck, you might just strip that up if you're not watching your torque by hand. Alright, give me 1 second. Work this bad boy right here. Let's open this up. Alright. That's to say, righty, lefty. No, I'm just kidding. Lefty loosey. Let's loosen up. Let's about to get this. There we go. Now we let that drain for a couple minutes. Take that filter out too. Be back for that. Now we got that going. Come here with this big boy tool. And we loosen up. Tie that up, loosen up as it goes. It's probably gonna drain, so You don't want to take it all the way out. Let it drain too as it loosens it up. Come on. Okay. Go by hand. There we go. Let that drain a little bit, just like you would the oil pan. And then you remove it. Put the new one. You want to put some grease on the top, which I'll be showing now soon. Tie them back up. Put that bowl back on. We go back to the top. Alright, the filter area is pretty much done. Swipe that up pretty clean. Make sure there's no dirt or oil residue from the oil. All one. Alright. So here I got my new oil filter. And pretty much you just want to grease it with oil. Just all you want to do. A little bit like this. Get some oil on there. All around it. You know, that works. Something like that. And you just want to come up here. Time that up. Oh, wait, it's leaking some. Don't like how that looks. Give me a second. Alright. Go in here. You tie them by hand. You don't want to tie this up with that same tool I took it out, because then you're gonna fuck up all the oil filter all up. As you see, when I took this one off, you see, you know, how it's bent a little bit and stuff like that. So once you get once you get it tight enough with your hands, then you come in with your rag, or if you have gloves that are like sticky gloves, grip gloves, that works too, and tie it by hand as much as you can until you can't tie no more. So see, while doing that, that's in the way draining, so it got a little dirty, but it's fine. If you can't handle some dirt, you can't be under this car or cars in general. All right, let me clean this up real good right here. I'm gonna put that bowl on. All right, here we are. Tying by hand. And then come with your little ratchet. Wrench. And tie it by hand, just like that. You don't want to give it too much torque, just enough until you feel like it's tying. You don't want to overthrow. See there? That's good to me. It's not moving anywhere. Now we get to go back to the top. Can put the car down because it's pretty much down here. So now we go back to the top. By the way, stay tuned, as eventually I'm gonna have to upgrade this bad boy here. Since he wants to leak out. Shout out to my guy Anthony at AFR_Miami with 2 eyes in the end. He was able to detect this leak when he was working on the boost leak over here. And so yeah, stay tuned. This is coming real soon, something real nice. Stay tuned. And since I'm down, let me just show you the awesome job. Look how smooth that is. My Y pipe had cracked and he had to cut and replace it with new tubing. And as you see, it was welded by him, as well as that bad boy right there had to be added. And then you see, we removed the exhaust going all the way to the back. So we only got this bad boy standing right here. So you already know, you want the best in your fabrication, you gotta hit that boy Anthony up. I'll be tagging his IG below again, so yes sir, check him out. I don't know how many of you guys knew this, but if you buy a K&N filter, they usually come with their tag, so you can put it and see when's your next oil change for the freebie. Well, you bought this, so it's not free, but it comes in it. I don't know if others do the same, but I just noticed these people do, so shout out to them for that. That's cool. Let's put this sucker back down now so we can work on that. One side's down. To the next side we go. Down she goes. Okay, so I lie. I was supposed to do that while the oil was draining, but you know, it's better to just focus on one thing at a time when it comes to working on the car before you fuck something up. You can forget steps, you know, if you do too much at one time. So since that's being said and everything's done, bottom packed up and close, we're just gonna go ahead and put the oil, and while that goes and sit, then we actually work on that. That makes more sense. Here we go, nice and slow. When you don't have a funnel, we're gonna let that sit down for a while to then check our level before we keep putting some more. For now, let's come over here and loosen this bad boy up completely. That's good right there. Be back. Just quickly switching from that to this. So this one is a little different right here, as you see. Ratchet that out. Fill that out. And there you go, it's loose. Now, put this over here. Swivel this out. It's pretty much loose. Alright, so she is out. Now, I think I might want to grab something like this. And let's see if we can pull this out with this. Don't like that sound. Keep pulling from this side. There we go. She's out. All one out. You one in. Those of you that want the part number, I mean, it's pretty easy. It's pretty simple. It's not a big feat. You can find it anywhere. All right. Put this on. So give me a second. All right. Took me a while, but she's finally in. It's just my intake tube is a lot longer than the most, so it's a lot harder to get it in there, but she's in. Got pretty much all said and done with this time and good. Just gotta put my negative battery terminal back on, finish checking the fuel, the oil level, put that bad boy back on, and pick everything up, and we're good to go. And of course, trash. There we go, she's alive. Alright guys, that is all for today. Before I go anywhere, I want to give a huge shout out to C1 Sports for always providing me for the parts I need and for fast shipping. Stay tuned for more videos like this as I continue my journey with the C. And make sure to subscribe, like, follow, and share to my YouTube channel for more. And last but not least, show some love to our car club and stay tuned as we continue to grow in this awesome community. Check y'all out on the next one.